anybody who knows me knows I'm like a super fan of Janet Jackson. I have all of her albums. I have her programs from all of the concerts that I've been to, which sucks because had I known she was coming, I would have brought all of my memorabilia, like tour jackets and everything. But so John said on the air, he said he had a surprise for me. And I literally didn't know what it was. I thought the surprise that he was going to have was either Trevor Noah or Oprah.
Trevor Noah's time has freed up recently. That's a good guess.
Absolutely. Vacationing wherever with his little girlfriend. But I thought it was Oprah or Trevor Noah. And because Janet does not do interviews, she just like literally cut down on the number of interviews she's doing. I tried to get her on when I was subbing for Wendy, and she, it was like she's not doing interviews.
Right.
She only did 2 for her documentary. I think it was like Kelly Clarkson and The Real. And then she canceled a bunch of interviews. So it completely was, I saw her at a party and I said, Janet, if you come on the show, it'll be a really fun interview. The show's just going to be for you. And she just kind of was very non-committal. So John, I said, John, I'm sorry, Chris, when the door opened, because I didn't hear the voice that said, Sherri, I've got a surprise for you, because the audience was going crazy. So they saw Janet before I did, and I looked, and I lost it. People say, why did you cry? Yes, she's a superstar. She was at the Kingdom Hall with me when I was younger. We had gone to the same Bible study, younger. But there's something about a superstar walking out, somebody that you just like, they're just an icon. Every memory that I had came in my head when she was Penny on Good Times, when she was on Fame. Her first song, Come Give Your Love to Me. All of that was in my head. And it just was like, I started crying.
When are you supposed to? That's a huge moment. It signifies that you've achieved what you wanted to achieve, because this person that you see way up here is now on your show, which means you did it.
And that made me really emotional too, because they told me later that Janet really wanted to come and support me, that she wanted that to be I think I was the first show that she announced her tour. She did it live. And then I think, if I'm not mistaken, I was the first show. And when they told me that she spoke so highly of me backstage, I was like, she knows who I am. And I'm not saying that, oh my God. And that's the ugly face. But
no, but that's what it's all about.
Yeah. And like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, Sherri, of course you know who you is. I know. Kym Whitley is known. We've been in the business a long time, but when somebody that you really, really like, just love, when they turn their head and they look at you, it just blew my mind that she said she wanted to come and support me. And when I started crying and she reached her hand, she goes, you're crying. And she wiped my face. I'm like, that's the last thing you need to be doing, because I'm going to cry more. And then she's like, she's so tender. So here it is. I'm 55. Janet is 56. I'm acting like I'm 7. And she acted like she's a 9-year-old. I go, what the is wrong with us?
Right. Yeah. The older sibling.
She held me. My head was on her chest and she's like holding me. And I'm going, Sherri, what the is wrong with you? That's what I was thinking in my head. What is wrong with you, Sherri?
Did she smell like a living angel, like an angel on earth? Like what described the moment?
She smelled just great. She smelled of contentment and peace. But John Murray, who's my best friend, who's the executive producer, I fought to get him that title and the power of executive producer, because he's so smart and innovative. And he's a lover of everything daytime since he was a little boy. So he brings such a freshness to the show. That was all him. He knew that I loved Janet.
Wouldn't you say, and Kym is back if we want to bring her back on.
Yes.
I would say his creativity and passion makes things like that happen because it's not just a stale moment like, oh, hey, not stale, but there's other guests that would take him way less work to get on to the show and to surprise you like that. Shout out to John. Wonderful job.
Absolutely. John is a really good friend of Kym's. I was just kind of extolling John's virtue, Kym, and what he brings.
I was texting Chris. He was my friend first. Oh, sorry.
Two funny mamas. Two funny mamas. Two funny mamas.